Longtime Phoenix residents and new residents were flooding the housing market during the pandemic, pushing demand for homes through the roof. And according to Realtor.com, the supply is finally starting to meet demand. Supply is up 113%.
Fox 10's Marissa Sarbach tracking what the data shows us here in Phoenix and what it means now for buyers and sellers. Some of this is starting to flip.
Yeah, finally, John. I think so many people in the Phoenix market have been waiting to hear something like this because experts have been saying that we have been seeing one of the hottest housing markets in the area for months, which so many of us already know. But experts say we are finally starting to see the beginning of a market equilibrium.
There's no doubt that we are in a market shift.
Most brokers and agents are starting to notice the hot Phoenix housing market shift ever so slightly.
Over the past couple of years, sellers have had a major advantage in the market, primarily due to the inventory being really low and interest rates being really great, which was drawing buyers into the market.
Homebuyer Arya Chowdhury can attest.
It took me approximately 11 months to actually close in on my first house, which was November of 2021. And it took so long because every time a house would be listed, I'd be interested. I would even put in an offer, and then it was gone, just disappeared.
But we've seen multiple interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve already this year. The latest, 0.75% in June, the biggest hike since 1994, with an end goal of trying to curb inflation. Mortgage rates are reacting. According to a report from Zillow, mortgage rates across the country are now averaging 5.78%. And a rise in mortgage rates means it's taking some players out of the game, and houses are sitting on the market here in Phoenix a little bit longer.
What has happened is that there are more homes on the market, so now the demand and the supply are starting to balance. And as a balance starts to happen, now buyers and sellers have equal leverage when they're negotiating a deal for a house.
As Arya closes on her second home, she has some advice for anyone else trying to navigate the challenging housing market.
Okay, not just kind of focus into this moment, but what is it going to look like in 5 years, in 10 years, and then consider that into planning when you're making such a big purchase.
And we are still expecting a few more rate hikes from the Federal Reserve throughout the rest of this year. The chair of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, has hinted that there could be one coming up in July that could also be 0.75%, but he also said that something like that will not be common. Live in Phoenix, Marissa Sarbach for Fox 10 News.